Well, most Americans accept Republicans as a red party, but for most of our history, Republicans have been known as the blue party. One America's Christina Bobb spoke to Chris Farrell of Judicial Watch for more on his take.
Since before Republican President Abraham Lincoln led the Union Blue Coat Army to victory in the Civil War, Republicans have been the blue party. The Red Army, Red Square, the Reds have always been associated with the radical left and communism. That all changed in the year 2000 when, according to Chris Farrell, the left rebranded themselves as the Solid Blue Party and charged Republicans with being the radical Reds.
Yeah, what's interesting is Republicans aren't around being the red state and the red party and the red, and that is really a distortion that dates back to 2000. Just for a moment and think about who are the Reds, right? The Red Army, Red Square. The Reds were always the socialists and communists, the red banner, right? And it's been that way since before the Bolsheviks. And in the year 2000 election, an NBC analyst decided, for whatever reason, to flip the colors on their map, their electoral map, and they started listing Republicans as being red. If you go back and look at the Reagan landslide map where he destroyed Mondale, picking up 49 of 50 states, the map's blue. Republicans have always been blue until the year 2000.
When Ronald Reagan won his historic 49-state victory in 1984, the map was blue, not red. If you search for it today, the maps have all been altered. But in 1984, the map was blue.
Since it's been 20 years, essentially the American public has had a mind wipe. There's no historical memory or knowledge of Republicans being blue. Republicans have always been blue. The psychology of it, right? The red of revolution is from the left and always has been. Look at any other socialist or communist party around the world. What is their color? It's red.
We naturally associate red with communism and the radical left. Was the color switch intentional? And why were Republicans so willingly rebranded red?
It was an intentional effort to rebrand the right and Republicans as being radicals, as being sort of the fringe violent revolutionaries. And it worked. I mean, it was successful. It marginalized or attempted to controversialize Republicans and moved them off into this sort of extremist land and allowed the Democrats to capture the sort of, the high ground of being blue and solid and conservative, and it was a very masterful trick, and for whatever reason, Republicans have never bothered to correct the error. Look, you can go back to Abraham Lincoln, the very first Republican president, and the Union Army and the Union colors, which were blue, right? And again, you can jump over to other foreign countries with socialist or communist revolutionary elements. They always fly under the red banner. Have Republicans just accepted the color of being the radical Reds, or will the colors switch again in the future? That remains to be seen. I'm Christina Bobb, One America News, Washington.
Want to see more videos like this? Visit OANN.com for immediate access to all the clips you've been waiting to see.